Well, I thought we'd start the new year with a little bit of guitar playing. It is the Guitar Temple, but of course this year we want to focus on guitar, vocals, songwriting, keyboards, bass playing, drumming, and the like. I was thinking, do you remember the book Confessions of a SuperTramp? You do? I don't. But apparently that's where the band SuperTramp got their name, from the book Confessions of a SuperTramp. Today let's talk about Charles Roger Hodgson from England, Portsmouth, Hampshire, England. He's the founder of SuperTramp, along with Rick Davis. He was also one of the founders. Rick Davis was in a band called Rick's Blues Band. He played in a band with Gilbert O'Sullivan, and Gilbert O'Sullivan was his best man. Gilbert O'Sullivan wrote a mega hit, Alone Again. Incredible songwriting. Genius, brilliant songwriting. Case closed. In fact, let's take a listen. Let's take a listen to this song, Alone Again.
Now looking back over the years, whatever else that appears, I remember I cried when my father died, never wishing to hide the tears. And at 65 years old, my mother, God rest her soul, couldn't understand why the only man she had ever loved had been taken, leaving her to start with a heart so badly broken. Despite encouragement from me, no words were ever spoken. And when she passed away, I cried and cried all day, alone again, naturally.
Pretty incredible song, right? It's brilliantly written. If you're a musician, an artist, a full round balanced artist, again, not just guitar but keyboards combined with the bass player, working with the drummer, right? That song, well written, put together, I just thought outstanding. So it's amazing how history changes when you miss a plane, or you miss the train, or you miss the bus, or you don't go downtown that day. It can change history. Roger Hodgson, at the age of 12, his father decided, that's it, I'm leaving. Now, his father would never let him touch his guitar. Now, had the father never divorced the wife and never left him, and in fact, he left him just high and dry for 15 years with him, and that changed history. He had that guitar at age 12. Went to school. The school teacher showed him like 3 chords. By the time 1 year went out, by the time he was 13, he had already written one of his songs. Amazing. And on the same vein of missing the bus, not going downtown, and changing history, if you don't go for an audition, you don't get a result. One guaranteed thing will happen. If you do nothing, nothing will happen. So Davies goes for an audition that was provided to him by the manager of the band Traffic. Remember Traffic? The band Traffic. He went down there and did an audition and joined forces with a guy by the name of Reginald Dwight. Reginald Dwight and him were in a band. Now, Reginald Dwight can write a good tune because you know who that is. That's the real name of Elton John. So after they broke up with that band, he put out an ad, Davies put out an ad in Melody Maker for a drummer, I think it was. And when he got there, he ends up asking Hodgson, who went for the ad to play bass guitar. So he was playing bass guitar in the band SuperTramp when they very first started. Eventually, he ended up being the guitar player, singer, and eventually the keyboard player in his solo act. He plays all the keyboard parts and guitar parts in concert. And anyways, they end up writing a song called Give a Little Bit. And that song was absolutely the favorite song of a girl named Princess Diana. So it really put it on the map because the world started to hear the song even more because they liked the song so much. And she liked the song, and everybody was curious to see what band wrote that song. Well, it was them. And another fun fact, Roger Hodgson was asked to be lead singer of the band Yes. Incredible. I never knew that. And Trevor Rabin wrote a song with Roger. I believe it was called Walls. And that's on one of Yes's albums. And Roger was the writer of that song. Well, glad you could join me today. I'm going to go take a little bit of a walk. I just finished the video for you. Let's go take a look so we can learn better about this great musician and the band SuperTramp.
Well, it's really about rewriting your story. I mean, I think we go through a lot in life. In a way, we often live many lives within one life, and for me, rewriting your story is very much about letting go of the past, releasing the past, forgiving yourself for the past, forgiving others for the past, and that's the way you become free. Really, it's just by letting it all go. I think SuperTramp, that era of SuperTramp that I was involved with, I was very instrumental in what we achieved. In obviously in the writing. I mean, so many of the songs were mine, and a lot of the songs that were successful were mine. But there was a spirit and a passion and a drive. I mean, I had been brought up with the Beatles, and I saw how they had affected me, and they changed my life. And so I kind of took that as my, they were like my mentors in a way, and I took that into SuperTramp, and I really wanted SuperTramp to leave something to the world, or give something to the world. So it was a very strong passion within me.
It's hard not to agree. You say it all depends on the money. And who is in your family tree? Right, you're bloody well right. You got a bloody right to say right. You're bloody well right. You know you got a right to say. Bloody well right, yes, you know you're right to say. Yeah, you're bloody well right, you know you're right to say. Me, I don't care anyway. Write your problems down in detail. Take them to a higher place. How do you grind a why shouldn't take well? In the meantime, hush your face. Right, you bloody well right. You got it, but I have to have things my own way. Keep me in my youth. Like a ship without an anchor, like a slave without a chain. Just a thought of those sweet ladies as they shiver through my veins. Now we're going shining, shining like brand new. I'll never look behind me, my troubles will be few. You just can't tell. There's some that will and some that won't. And some it's just as well. If you laugh at my behavior, that'll never bother me. Say the devil is my savior, but I don't pay no heed. And I will go on shining, it's shining like brand new. I'll never look behind me, my troubles will be few.
music was really where I found myself, or I found a piece of myself. And it was where I went to express what was going on inside in a safe place.
When I was young, it seemed that life was so wonderful, a miracle, how it was beautiful, magical, and all the birds in the trees, oh, they'd be singing so happily, or joyfully.
Logical Song is very autobiographical, because they did send me away. They sent me away to teach me how to be sensible.
Logical, oh, responsible, practical, and then they showed me a world where I could be so deep in the bone. Oh, clinical, how intellectual, cynical. There are times.
I mean, it was a good school. It was one of the best in England, and yet I was really more unsure of who I was, and definitely not prepared for being an adult.
Please tell me what we've learned. I know it sounds absurd, but please tell me who I am.
I think there's a lot, it's what's missing at school that is, for me, the loudest thing. Because we're taught to function outwardly, but we're not taught who we are inwardly and what really the true purpose of life is. There's very little discussion even in school. And I think for me, the natural uniqueness and the natural awe and wonder and thirst and enthusiasm and joy of life that young children have get lost. It gets beaten out of them in a way. At age 12, when my parents divorced, that was a big moment for me, because two things happened. My dad left, and I didn't see him for about 15 years, but also he left me his guitar. And I have a feeling, I don't know, I think he knew I wanted to touch it, and he never used to let me touch it. I used to watch him playing these songs, but he left me his guitar, and that changed my life, because then that guitar was mine, and then I took that guitar to boarding school, and that became my best friend, and where I went at every spare moment to learn, and immediately I actually started writing songs. Yeah, I mean, I know who I was in SuperTramp. I was not just the singer-songwriter. I mean, I really, I was the passionate producer, figure, the arranger. I mean, I did a lot within SuperTramp, but I never wanted the credit for it. So because SuperTramp was it was all about SuperTramp. So it was very difficult leaving SuperTramp and giving SuperTramp to Rick, the name. Probably one of the most foolish things I've ever done. But yes, In the Eye of the Storm was it does. A lot of people tell me that it's very much SuperTramp, but it is because, you know, I was so much a part of the sound, the arrangements, the voice, the songwriting. So I'm not putting Rick down, but historically it's interesting. My songs seem to have stood the test of time better than his for some reason. But
in '83, you released the last SuperTramp album, Famous Last Words. Was it already the idea from your side to leave the band because it's called Famous Last Words?
Yeah, it was, you know, the band was, Famous Last Words was a real disappointment because the songs, my songs, Had a Dream, Brother Where You Bound, a lot of the songs that went on my solo album and went on Brother Where You Bound, Rick's next album, we were going to be on Famous Last Words, but they were too difficult because the band was not unified enough to really do them justice. So the collection of songs that ended up on Famous Last Words was very compromised. There was huge compromise, and I couldn't live with it. It was hard, and it was obvious to me that the writing was on the wall. I couldn't get it back. The spirit had gone, and there has to be that spirit and unity within any group of people working together to make something good come out of it, and I couldn't do it. So Rick and I actually both agreed on the title, Famous Last Words. We're not doing this again. I believe that the spirit of the band lives on in my shows, and Rick has the name. He has the trademark of the name, so he goes out occasionally, as SuperTramp, but it's a very different. To me, it's not SuperTramp. It's Rick with a few other musicians.
That's right.
And it is what it is. But I don't think, if I felt like the magic would be there and Rick and I would come again and we'd create some magic, then maybe I would look at it. But I don't think that would happen. I'm afraid.
Take a look at my girlfriend. She's the only one I got. We're not much of a girlfriend. I never seem to get a lot. We'll take a jumbo across the water, like to see America. We'll see the girls in California. I'm hoping it's going to come true, but there's not a lot I can do. Yeah, well, could we have kippers for breakfast? Mommy dear. They gotta have 'em in Texas, 'cause everyone's a millionaire. Well, I'm a winner, I'm a sinner. Do you want my autograph? Well, I'm a loser, I want a joker, and play my jokes upon you. Well, there's nothing better to do. Yeah. Well, you're old enough, some people say, to read the signs and walk away. It's only time that heals the pain, that makes the sun come out again. It's raining again. Oh no, my love's out of hand. Oh no, it's raining again. Well, too bad I'm losing a friend. Na 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 na.
And there's the video. I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed it. Pretty incredible, huh? How things get and come together. He starts a blues band. The drummer happens to be Gilbert O'Sullivan. Ends up writing a song that's a mega super hit, Alone Again, naturally. And then leaves there, and the manager of the band Traffic ends up having him start a band, and puts out an ad in Melody Maker, and ends up getting Hodgson, who was asked by the band Yes to be lead singer. Just find it amazing. And they write a song, and Princess Diana loved it so much that people were curious, hey, well, which song is it that she likes so much? It's already a hit, but I mean, people paid attention to it even more, and that made it go through the roof. According to ASCAP, okay, ASCAP said in 2005, the most requested song in history was a song by SuperTramp. Yeah, they got the award in 2005. I would have thought it would be the Beatles or something, But amazing. And it's funny, like I was telling you, you miss a bus, you don't go downtown, you don't meet your wife, or You don't go for the audition. Some guy that you know that you were better than, bam, he ends up getting it. And to think that he was in a band with Reginald Dwight, right? Elton John. Incredible. That makes for good history. How did you like that band, by the way? Right? Great songwriters. I like hard rock, like heavy metal, like anybody else. You know? It's not better than, greater than, different than, isn't it? I mean, I don't compare Led Zeppelin with Foghat. Well, they're pop rock, it's rock, it's all the same thing. No. You know, it's like comparing Whitesnake with Debbie Gibson, in my opinion. You know? So, let's appreciate the music that they are making for what they are making. Not better than somebody else. Oh, they blow them out of the water. To heck with them. The point is that they both legitly have their own styles. Even when these two rock artists got together, created something very special. Well, that's it for today. Glad you came. Getting a little bit nippy here today. I think it's gonna hit 50, 47. Just kidding. I know that some of y'all are in minus 18. Tough as nails. All right, well, thank you very much for coming. I hope you come back to see us again here at the Guitar Temple. A lot of you have been asking which guitar I use. This is the one I use. This is a Aries 6H. It's got locking tuners. It's a 5-piece neck, stainless steel frets. Very good joint. Goes up really well. It's got that curvature there. and that's the guitar I use. Well, okay, there it is. Want to let you know that we do have merchandise in the description below. If you want to buy yourself a coffee mug, nice hat, or a t-shirt, we have it listed below. We do have a tip jar as well, if you feel led to do so. Thank you in advance. In the description area below. Do press the share button, would you? Right there in the end. Maybe on that side. Share. Okay? I'll see you next time here at the Guitar Tunnel.